Hello, 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 hello. Hey everyone. Trying to give y'all a moment to come in. I was trying to have some music for y'all, but I didn't. It didn't work out for me. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. I'm your host, JustJocelyn. Today is, granted, January 8th. Today is season 5, episode 18. Today is episode 98 of Talk to Me Tuesday. And I am like tripping. So I'm super, super excited. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in as usual. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. I saw you guys on the first. We had Embrace the Shift last week. Shout out to all my guests from last week. Shout out to Najvante Boutique for hosting the show, allowing us to record the show there. Foxbox Beauty, Nuri Fox, Ebony Lenses, the Cashmere. So shout out to all of them from last week. Shout out to all of you guys for tuning in, all the positive feedback and everything like that. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, so we're at episode 98 of Talk to Me Tuesday, season 5, episode 18. As I've been telling you guys, save the date for January 22nd, which will be episode 100. I have an amazingly big show for you guys. I have a meeting on Wednesday to finalize everything. After that, all the details for episode 100 will be released this weekend. So make sure y'all got y'all post notifications on. Make sure y'all following me. Make sure y'all paying attention. Stay in tune because episode 100 is going to be like super, super major. It's definitely going to be a big celebration. So I'm excited. And you know, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm just extremely humble for you guys that watch me every week. And you know, y'all tune in and y'all share and y'all post. So if you can share, post, everything like that. Well, it'll be a surprise as far as how big the show will be, but I want you guys to save the date because it will be, you know, opportunity to join in. So I want to open up those details, give some of those details out sooner than later, so people that want to be a part can be a part. So yeah, like I said, episode 100, January 22nd. You know, it's lit. But so today's topic is protect your peace at all costs. So last week, like I said, last week's episode was Embrace the Shift. So the show was a little different last week. For anybody that tuned in, you guys saw that the dynamic of the show was a little different. It had been a while since I haven't had guests. I haven't really had guests all of season 5. So it had been a while since I had any guests. And just like I said, the whole dynamic of the show was different last week. I was just, you know, in a different space. And I just wanted to share, you know, be a little bit more intimate, personal with you guys. So that was something that I wanted to do. So it was a little different. But I spoke a lot about shifting. Like, not just because it is the new year, everybody doesn't shift on a schedule, but you know, a lot of us are in times in our lives where things are going, you know what I mean, are shifting into a different direction, or you know, things are changing, things are balancing out, you know, a lot of changes coming, and sometimes it may seem, you know, positive, negative, whatever. Everybody's shift is not positive, but you know, your shift is still the same. So we talked about that a lot last week, and just, you know, just getting into how things can be different and the things that you kind of experience to show that your life is heading in a different direction or going in a different direction or has arrived in a different direction. And a lot of times sometimes we're resistant to it, or sometimes we're not able to acknowledge it or really process what's happening. So, you know, that's what we really talked about last week. But this week I want to kind of continue that conversation, but you know, let's discuss how when you're shifting and when you're really trying to lead like a more positive life, when you're trying to do better, when you're trying to improve, when you're trying to make change, it is not easy. It is not easy. No change is easy. Change is just that. You know, whether it's a positive or negative change, it's still something different in which you're used to doing. So it's still going to give you some type of adverse reaction, and your body or your mental or your physical or your emotional is going to be naturally resistant originally. You know, it's just like, what the hell is happening? Your surroundings are going to be like, what's going on. The people around you are going to be like, oh, you know. And like I said, it could be a negative, I mean, it could be a positive transformation. Hey, it could be a positive transformation. However, it's still a change. So the people around you, the atmosphere around you, the situations that you're currently in is going to take a moment for those people to really kind of even notice or recognize what's happening, let alone embrace it and be able to then, you know, move with you. And we all know when it comes to change and when it comes to shifting and when it comes to, you know, things in our life changing and going different ways, it's not always going to look the same. So when you're changing you personally, you have to understand that the things around you are going to change as well. You know, you can be changing your mindset, which means you're going to start thinking a little differently than the people that you're typically around. You're going to start acting in a way that may not be conducive to the circumstances that you're in right now. You're going to start wanting things that are not attainable in the atmosphere or based on with the people that you're around or the place that you live and the job that you're working. You know, you have different goals and different admirations and, you know, different things you want to do. So you have to change everything. So naturally, again, that change is not always embraced positively. You know, you're naturally resistant. And I wanted to touch on that because a lot of people get discouraged based on the resistance. It's just like, oh, you know, this just feels too awkward and this just feels too different. Well, it's supposed to. You know, when they say if you want something different, you got to do something different. If you want to change the way your life has been, for example, I'm 33 years old. If I want to change the way that my life has been, if I want something different from my life, I had to undo 33 years worth of stuff. So it's not going to be like, oh, I'm just waking up one day and it's just like, yes, girl, I'm a whole new bitch. And everything that I know and that I've learned and that I've been accustomed to my whole 33 years on this earth is not going to be easy. It's definitely, yes, thank you, Aaliyah Michelle. Change is uncomfortable, and that's the point. If it was comfortable and if it feels too normal and too regular, then you ain't changing that much because you're doing the same shit. You might change your hairstyle, but you're still in the same atmosphere. You're still working the same job, hanging around the same friends, fucking the same nigga, living in the same house, talking the same shit, eating the same shit, wearing the same clothes, going to the same place. It all goes together. So you have to really kind of commit to the change. That's why last week's show was called Embracing the Shift. It's not just knowing that there's a shift or wanting to shift or, you know, a lot of people get wrapped up into, oh, you know, new year, new me. And it's just like, that's a commitment. You have to commit to changing. You have to commit and embrace. Embrace what that means. You know what it means to embrace is to really take it all in and commit to it. Like, yes, not only is this happening, now I understand that this is happening. Now I'm committing to whatever comes along with this happening. I have to understand that this is all based upon that. And with that comes some not so comfortable things. So I use the topic, protect your peace at all costs, but I'm going to break the title down to start with protect your peace. Now, I've been using the hashtag protect your peace, protect your energy, because that to me is like major key, right? So within yourself, you're understanding again that we're shifting. You have these things around you are starting to happen. Things, you know what I mean? Your mind, mentally, you're starting to feel different. You're starting to think different. Your heart is starting to feel different. You may have been a real, you know, angry person and a person that's, you know, likes to argue, fuss, and fight. And you know, as you're embracing this shift and as you're on this journey to, you know, something different, you know, trying to go in the right direction or a different direction or a better direction, you start to feel things, you know, about yourself. It's just like, ooh, I didn't get as mad as I would have. This bitch the lady in Target done cut me off and I didn't even cuss her out like I would have. Or, you know, my nigga did some dumb shit, but I'm kind of actually fed up with him. So you know what? You got it, dog. I'm going to talk to you later. Or, you know, a friend did something shady. It's so many things, small things that you start to realize happen as you go along. It's just like, wow. Oh, okay. And that's you internally, intentionally committing to the change, committing to being different, and just kind of staying on the right path of, okay, this is happening. Let's let this happen. Let me ride this wave and, you know, keep the party going. But understand that when you are shifting and all of these things, you're trying to do better and you commit mentally and physically and emotionally to doing something different, all hell will break loose. Because again, everything around you, everybody around you, all the people, places, and things that you typically surround yourself with are shocked. They are coming in complete shock to the new you or a different you. And again, you can still be your same person. It doesn't mean that you turn into a brand new person overnight. But when you start to do those different things, for example, oh, now, you know, I'm really, you know, trying to stop drinking, so I'm not going to really go out that much. Or you tell your friends like, oh, well, let's go out to dinner instead of going to the club. What? And it doesn't mean that they're bad people and you're a good person. It just means that they are surprised. They are shocked. They don't really know how to take in what's happening. They're still trying to process it because you're still going through it. So you're just committing to it. So you're processing it as you go along. And every day is that victory. Like today I didn't drink. Today I didn't eat meat. For me, example, I didn't eat meat. You know, I stopped eating meat in December. But it's just like those small things, they are happening. But you can't expect the people around you to catch on like you're catching on. Because it's for you, not for them. But just understand that the things around you are going, your world, basically. When you're shifting, your whole world is like literally getting turned upside down. It's just like, whoa. Wait a minute, like a cartoon. Like you just shaking up a snow globe. Like, what are we doing here? And that's really what it's all about. If you're shifting in a positive manner and you're looking to make a major change in your life, then your whole world is going to get turned upside down like a snow globe. And of course, on the other side of it, once it sits back down and it's all the little fuzzies fall and it takes about 35 minutes or however long it takes for a snow globe to clear out, then all the smoke clears and you on the other side of that are at the place in which you are destined to be at. You know, of course, at that time, because life is a journey, not a destination. But in that time of the shift, it's going to be so much shit that comes at you because everything around you is in an uproar, in a total fucking uproar, because nobody is expecting this. Nobody knows what's going on. You know, the universe is testing you, making sure you really up to this. You know, it's going to start to challenge you. You're going to start being tested. You're going to start being pressured and literally plain out fucked with. Plain out fucked with. When you literally commit to something and commit to doing better, then you are going to be tested to see how serious you are. And things are going to come up and issues are going to arise to test how, if you are a place, like I said, you're trying to be calmer, work on your anger, then yeah, you're going to be faced with some situations in which you would typically be angry as fuck. Hey, you want to be different? Let's see if she really about this calm life. Let's see if she's really working on her anger. Because it doesn't count unless you get the opportunity to exercise it. So if you're saying, you know, yeah, I want to be different and I want to work on my anger and I want to not, you know, be so mad all the time and this and that, then yeah, it's going to be a couple things to come in your way and be like, that make you be like, what the fuck? And that's your opportunity to say, you know what? I commit to this change and I choose not to react in the way in which I would have. Because I, Jocelyn, am committing to the change of not being as angry. I am committing to being more positive. So I am not going to allow this to really kind of get to me. That's not going to stop it from happening. Because honestly, when you really commit to something, like I said, the whole world goes in an uproar. Your world goes in an uproar. And you will be under attack. Literally. Because you have to be tested. And again, I try not to be religious on my show, so I'm not going to say, you know, the devil is testing you or God is testing you, but you're being tested. And you have got to understand that you can't really you can't say that you have arrived somewhere or that you have made it through something unless you get the opportunity to actually prove yourself. Unless you get the opportunity to go through it unless you get the opportunity to actually arrive at the problem and then solve it in a different manner in which you typically would have. If you don't have the opportunity to exercise your more positive attitude, then you didn't quite, we don't know if you changed or not. I don't know you changed because how the fuck I'm supposed to know? How are you supposed to know? Even within yourself. So really, the test is for you. It's not for everybody else. Although the people around you, the things around you, the environment around you is just the vehicle in which the universe is using to test you. But overall, it's really up to you. And that's a small victory. So then when you have that person that cuts you off, you got me personally, I got low-key road rage. I got a really, really short temper. I have extremely short patience and a slight little attitude problem. So until something happens to me that I can respond differently, in which I typically would not have, I can't say that I'm a changed Jocelyn. But when some bitch get smart with me, or somebody say something smart on my comments, or when somebody cut me off in my car or something like that, and I don't be like, bitch, pull the fuck over. When I don't do that, then that's a small victory for me. It's just like, ooh, look at you. Let's go and give ourselves a little personal pat on the back. Because until then, I don't really know. I haven't had the opportunity to exercise it, to exercise the new me, to be the new me. Again, I'll share with you guys, and I didn't really share it because, again, I did it for me. I decided to stop eating meat and starting December 1st. So the whole month of December, I did well. And like I said, I didn't really share it with anybody because I didn't want the accountability at the time. But, it was just like, okay, let's get a little fish. Because I do eat seafood. Let me put that out there. Let's get a little of this. Let's get a little of that. And all those, every single day to me was a small victory. It's just like today I wanted chicken wings. I wanted chicken wings at least once a week. And I don't know if I wanted them because I couldn't have them or whatever, but I wanted them. And every time I was able to fight that craving, to me, was a small victory. It wasn't for anybody else to say or see or know about. It was for me. It's just like, I really did this shit. Now, granted, I eventually shared with my friends and family, and it was just like, everybody was proud and, encouraging me and everything like that. But I didn't do it for anybody, which is why I didn't tell nobody and broadcast it. I did it for me. So every day, that was a small victory. When I had my family dinner and they had roast beef and pork chops and this and this and that, that's a test. Like, are you sure you want to go pescatarian on the holidays? Oh, when you know that your parents are going to make ribs and ham and lamb and this and this and that. We don't even really eat a lot of seafood in my family. So that was a test for me. Christmas Day, New Year's Day. It was just like, oh shit, yeah. But I am sure that I want to do this, and I am going about this in a manner in which I want to. I'm choosing not to. Nobody's forcing me. Nobody even knows. So if I eat some chicken, nobody's going to know. But it was my decision, my choice, and I stood by it. So, you just kind of have to really commit to it and just understand that everything that comes along with that is not always going to be positive. Everybody's not going to receive your change in a positive way. You're going to get fucked up. You have to prepare. When I say when you commit to a change, you got to suit up. Suit up and boot up, strap up and get ready to go to war, go to battle. Because it's you against everything else. Because the change is within. So you're doing all these things for you. Now, we can discuss that if your intentions or your reasonings behind making adjustments are not authentic and they're not from within, then that will show in your progress. If you're changing for somebody else, or if your boyfriend told you, you should stop eating meat, or one of your partners said that maybe you should lose weight, it's just like, well, I'm doing this kind of for you, not for me. Because when I'm ready to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight. And I'm going to commit to it. And I don't have to tell nobody. I don't got to post pictures in the gym or none of that. Because I personally want to lose weight. But if somebody's encouraging you, or somebody's like kind of... Because there's nothing wrong with encouragement. But when somebody's kind of pushing something on you, or you're doing something based on the premise that somebody else said so, then you're not really... It's not authentic. And it's going to show in your day-to-day... Those day-to-day victories you're not going to have, because you're not going to feel proud. Because you feel like it's all attached to another person. So your change and your shift and your difference has to be from within. It has to be something that you're doing because you want to do it. Because that's what's going to give you that motivation. If it's all fueled by somebody else, then when you ain't fucking with them, you're going to be over it. This nigga said, I need to lose weight, and I love him today, so I'm all in the gym. I'm all in the gym. As soon as he get on my nerves, man, fuck the gym. I'm eating donuts. Well, but if you're doing it for yourself, it's just like, this nigga get on my nerves. I'm in the gym 2 times. Because this is what I want to do. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to get to some of y'all comments. I apologize. I don't think I missed that many. Everybody's saying, hey. Let me see Facebook. That happened to me when I decided to be celibate. Celibacy is, hats off to you, number one. But that is a personal choice. That is a personal choice. So some people decide to be celibate while they're in a relationship. You know, most people don't, because it's just like, okay, but it has to be a personal choice. And it's something that you're choosing to do, and nobody can really, but you're going to be tested like a motherfucker. Like, I can only imagine with celibacy, like, there's so much temptation. But, you know, if you're doing it for you and your reasonings are pure and your intentions are valid, then you will be able to rock that out. Whether you put a time frame on it or you say I'm celibate until I get married or whatever the case, it's for you. And again, when it's for you, then that's what equips you to battle against all these demons that's going to come. They are going to come, and they're going to come full fucking force. And it comes harder the more serious you are. I swear to gosh. The more focused and serious and committed you are, the more you're going to be tested. The more you say stern on yours, and you know, every single day, every single little victory, the more progress you make, the more fuck shit's going to come. Because you just got to continue to test you. I wish I had like a little something that I could use as like a, I don't know what I could use, but it's just like you on an edge and they just trying to push you like you short and you holding on for dear life. You're like, no, bitch. I'm not going out like that. I'm doing this for me. I really want to be here. I really want to be better. I really want to lose weight. I really want to be clear mind. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be fucking a million people. I don't want to be single by myself. I don't want to be fighting all the time. Like, when you serious about what you're trying to do or what you're not trying to do, then there's no way that nothing can break you. You just got to stay strong and suit the fuck up. You got to suit up against that shit. Could you explain how you even got to that point of which you became aware and wanted to even make a change? How does someone who has no knowledge of such a thing as far as doing something different, making a behavioral change, changing the surroundings, etc.? That shows your fortitude and self-discipline. I'm proud of you. It's been a journey. So in regards to this question, I would say that, again, change is within. It's more so about how you feel. Everybody's on a different timeline. And it was like an oxymoron for me to do the Embrace the Shift show on New Year's Day, because it's so cliche that we want to go into a new year and try to be different. And we make all these resolutions and you just think that you're going to wake up on January 1st and be a brand new person. All your old habits are going to die overnight when the ball drops. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. Think about how many people you know or you yourself personally have made New Year's resolutions that may not have been just attached to the new year. Some people, you know, attach things just solely to the new year. They just want to change because they just think they should change. Not everybody wants to lose weight. Some people think, oh, they got a teeny little pudge and, oh, my New Year's resolution is to lose 15 pounds. That's not for everybody. Maybe your New Year's resolution needs to be spend more time with your kids or pray more or get more in touch with your self-care. It's so many things that we need to work on within ourselves that is not always attached to, you know, something idealistic. It's all within. So with the question of how do you get to a place where you're ready to change, it has to be personal. And everybody is on their own personal journey to know that when it's something that they want to change. For me personally, and I'll share with you guys, me personally, I'll speak on the eating meat situation. I never had the desire to not eat meat. That just was not a desire of mine. Like, I just didn't have any valid reason in which I didn't want to eat meat. Yes, I know it's bad for you, but so are so many other things. I still drink, I still smoke, I still have sex. So I'm just like, whatever. I'm not getting into that. It was something that I just, one day, I was just like, I really, like, I had been internally feeling it, thinking about it. Not to mention, like, I was getting, like, really sick about a lot of stuff. So I was like, but I had to wait till I was ready. And honestly, that was majority of the reason why I didn't share it, because it was for me. And then I had been, like I said, this is my personal experience. I had been really cynical in regards to, pescatarian lifestyles, vegetarian lifestyles, vegan lifestyles. I had been really cynical toward those things, mainly because I just wasn't in a space. And I probably, in a lot of people's lives around me, was that person at once upon a time. Oh, you don't want to eat meat? Oh, you want to do this, and that? And I wasn't ready. They were ready and I wasn't. But when I was ready, I didn't need anybody's validation. Which is why I didn't tell nobody. Because the shit was for me. Another thing that I know that for me, I know I was shifting because, like I said, and I shared with you guys a lot of my experiences for 2018, and a lot of people took my previous relationship as like a devastating situation in my life, and now I'm all fucked up. But to me, it was a turning point. It wasn't the relationship in which itself, but it was just a time frame in which I was at a very vulnerable state mentally, physically, and emotionally, that honestly had nothing to do with that relationship. But that relationship was the vehicle in which pushed me into the most uncomfortable situations that I had ever been in my life. And that was when, instead of being resistant to it, I began to really take the time to look into myself, look into my own issues, look into the things that I wanted and not wanted. A lot of us, and I'll use relationships for an example, a lot of us, we get into relationships or we get out of relationships and we look at, well, what did that person do wrong? And, oh, I'm going to be single forever. Or jump into another relationship, but we never take the time to really figure out. Like for me, my engagement and that whole situation, what that did for me was, again, it pushed me into the most uncomfortable situation I had ever been in, just mentally and physically and emotionally. Like emotionally, I was burnt the fuck out. Physically, I was burnt out. Mentally, I was fucked up. And it had nothing, like it literally probably had 17% to do with her. It was just a time in my life where, honestly, if that would not have happened, I would have continued on the path of people pleasing and, just going with the flow and doing things that, I didn't necessarily think all the way through and things like that. So for me, it gave me opportunity to say, Jocelyn, let's think about some of the things that you do. What's your whole thing? What's your situation? Do you have any flaws? Because I don't think I'm perfect, but I wasn't a person that was really open to my issues. Like I knew like, oh, I'm a little fucked up, but overall I'm super dope. So let's just overshadow that. But I really had to get into, some other things. And some of my friends, it took for the people around me based on that scenario to kind of point things out and kind of mention things to me that I started to feel on my own. So to answer your question, I can't say how do you know you're shifting? It kind of just, it happens around you because the universe, the shit gonna happen regardless. No matter what you believe, who you believe in, whether you believe in Jesus, the universe, the stars, the moon, the Big Bang Theory, whatever, this shit is already written. So everything, I am a firm believer that everything is happening for a reason. So I just had to not be a victim to my circumstance and really kind of look at it on the other side. Like, what the fuck, yo? Like, okay. Let me just embrace this shit. Take it all in. Feel the pain that I'm feeling from this. Feel the frustration that I'm feeling from this. Feel the discomfort that I'm feeling for this. And see what I'm supposed to learn from this situation. When you get fired from a job, when you have a death in your family, all those things that seem so fucked up. And a lot of times it's hard because a lot of times it takes something bad to happen, or something that on the outside seems bad. It typically takes us as humans, we need to get knocked up the motherfucking head before we feel something. Before we feel like, oh my God, I want to see something different. Oh my God, I want to do something different. It takes for us to get fucked up, knocked upside the head, beat up, into a bad car accident, shot 6 times, or your mama die, or you lose your house, you lose your car, you lose your job, your baby. Like, it always takes for something so traumatic to kind of get us there. And that's just human nature, because again, change is uncomfortable, and we don't always typically run right to it. We be resistant. So you might have had the signs that your life needs to be going into a different direction long time before some tragic shit happened. But you ignored those little signs. You ignored the little signs, like, you know, small things like, oh, your nigga cheating on you. Oh, then he yelled at you. Oh, then he pushed you. Oh, then he mushed you. Oh, then he beat you the fuck up. Oh, then he beat you up and had a baby on you. Oh, then he put you in the hospital and you lost your baby and now you're about to die. Oh, maybe I don't need to be with this nigga. Maybe, just maybe. After all of that. So sometimes we really got to get fucked up. Oh, you know, you can use a job as an example. Oh, you get a little warning. Oh, you get this. Till you dead fucking broke and homeless and, you know, you don't got shit. Now it's just like, oh, I need to change. I need to do something different. So a lot of times we got to be on our ass. And again, that's just who we are as people. As humans, we typically got to fall on our ass. Me personally, like I said, that situation put me in a place of vulnerability. And it was like, it was a timing in which I was able to focus. Honestly, if you focus and take the time to talk to yourself, look inside yourself and figure out, what is it that I want? What is it that I'm trying to do? What direction do I want to go in? Not the people around me, not my kids, not my husband, not my wife, not my girlfriend, not my boyfriend, not my fiance, not none of them. What am I trying to do? If you really reach into that and figure out what it is that you want to do, you will speak back to yourself. The universe will speak to you. The spirits will speak to you. Whoever. The signs will be there. And then that's when you gotta, again, suit the fuck up and boot the fuck up. Because once you make that conscious decision, because once you're aware, you can't turn back. Once you really know, and that's where I was. Now, it took me months to make certain transitions, and things were happening teeny bit by teeny bit. And I went through a struggle period. Y'all saw my vlog. I slept in my car and all those things. So some of those were more, those were more outside and superficial things, honestly. But it's like, I started to become more aware. Yes, self-reflection is super important. But once you're aware, then you can't argue. There's nobody you can argue with. Once you talk to yourself, me personally, I use the analogy left Twix, right Twix. Once my left Twix talks to my right Twix, and both of those bitches, they on the same page, it's just like, you can't argue with it. Because now you know. Once you know, you know. Yes, once you really know. When you know, and you can't fight it. And then it's just a matter of getting to a place of embracing it. You have to, because you can be aware and then still be resistant. And it's just like, oh my God, I know I'm a bad person, or I know, not a bad person, but I know I need to change this, and I know I need to do better, till you get to a place where I really want to do better. Because knowing you need to do better and wanting to do better is totally different. Because you acknowledge your issue. Then it's just like, ooh, I probably should do better. But now it's just like, I want to do better. And that's where I'm at. I want to be better. I don't want to be angry no more. I don't want to be depressed anymore. I don't want to be sad, mad, lonely. None of that. I don't want that. I want to be different. I want to be better. And then once I commit to that, then it's just like, oh, it's on and popping. Period. Once you commit to it, now nobody can stop you. Because it's you. You're your own force. You're your own force. So you have the fuel. You're gassing yourself. It's not fueled by anybody else. You're gassing yourself. So you got to protect that. Because you're doing it for you. So you got to protect it with your life. Because it's your fucking life. And when you have that point, when you think of it that way, and that's your perspective, then you will be equipped You're not going to let nobody just come and attack you with a knife. Like, you're going to protect yourself. You're going to shield up. You're going to tase them, whatever you got to do. So when you think of it like that, like, this is my fucking life that I got to protect with my life. Then you don't look at it on a lenient. It ain't lenient. No, this shit, ain't no taking no shorts. I'm not letting nobody in. I'm not letting nobody penetrate my bubble because I got to protect this shit with my life. Period. That's all I got. You only got one fucking life. And if you don't protect you, who's going to protect you? You can't expect your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, your best friend, your dog, your homie. No, it's on you. At the end of the day, it's on you. It's all on you. It's all up to you, and you got to protect yourself. The shit is going to come at you. And like I said, the more serious you are, the harder them shit's going to come. The harder them demons going to come. The harder that negativity going to come. The harder all them fucking shady ass people going to start talking about you, looking at you weird. You're going to lose some friends. Fuck around, lose your nigga, lose your bitch, lose some family members. It's all going to happen. But if you're committed, you got to be committed. Because if you're not, you're going to fold under the pressure. But if you committed to this shit and you want to do better, you suited and fucking booted. It's just like, listen, I got my armor on. And your armor could be anything. It could be anything from listening to your gospel music on the way to work because you know you hate your job. Or, you know the people, the girl that sit next to you, she on your damn nerves. You better put that little gospel music on. Take a little picture up to your job of your kids. Whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do. If you need to block some people, unfollow some motherfuckers. Because, honey, you got to do what you got to do. You have got to protect yourself because nobody got your back. Nobody can protect your mindset. Nobody can protect your spirit. Yes, spiritual war. That shit, you will be under attack. You will literally be under attack, guys. And it's so real. It is so fucking real. It don't make no sense. It's so real. So whatever you got to do to kind of, whether it's fighting against the bad vibes or fighting against the bad energy, you don't have to take no shorts. Don't take no shorts. Listen, if somebody is not, and this is not about, because so many people get wrapped up in the cutting off thing. Oh, I'm cutting this person off. I'm cutting this person off. And at the end of the day, if you knew she was bad for you, you could have been cut her off. However, if that's the case, then do it. But do it because you have a reasoning. Know what you're doing. Don't just say, oh, because I'm trying to be a better bitch than now, I just don't need no friends. No. But you have to start to identify that negativity in people. Start to identify when people are not supportive of your dreams, of your journey, of the things you're trying to experience. But you also can't be forceful. You don't have to force nothing on nobody. But just long as you can respect and appreciate where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to do, we can still be friends. Soon as you come with any type of, I can't afford it. I can't afford none of that. So whatever you got to do to protect yourself, whether you want to pray, you do yoga, you got crystals and sage and, yoni oils and whatever the fuck y'all use it. Do what you got to do. If you got to walk around with headphones in and glasses on, you do it. If you got to block out the motherfucking bad vibes, because at the end of the day, it's only up to you. So you got to do whatever you got to do. If you want to fuck this nigga real good, you're going to strap up, you're going to go to the corner store in a snowstorm to get a condom because you want to get dick down. So if you can do all that to get something that you want, when you're serious about what you want, you're going to do whatever you got to do. So yes, if it means, listen, I'm not going anywhere. Listen, I'm changing my number. Listen, I'm deleting my Instagram. I'm blocking 266 people. I'm unfollowing 1,145 people. That's what I'm doing. If I'm stuck with 2 followers and following 100 people, that's okay. Because I can't afford it. I can't afford nobody to penetrate my bubble. I can't afford for nobody to fuck with my energy because I am still trying to stay on top of the shit. It's an ever-going process. Again, it's a journey, not a destination. It's not like, oh, now, like for me, example, okay, 30 days with no meat, and now I'm here. No, every day is a struggle. Today, down to today, I wanted a cheesesteak so bad. So bad. It's every day. It's going to be every day, those small victories. It's going to still be somebody that probably cut me off tomorrow morning just because I said this. Like, oh, let's just check. Let's make sure this bitch is still on it. I'll share with you guys this weekend. When I say this weekend was the fucking worst weekend of my life, the worst 3 days probably, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Everything was going wrong. Everything. And I'm like, what the fuck? I lost like mad money, like hundreds of dollars. Had a fucked up situation. Almost ruined my son's birthday. Got into an argument with my girlfriend. Like, just too much shit. Why? Why will all these things happen? But it's just like every single situation. I had to do that shit situation at a time. It wasn't even day at a time. Because when I tell you every hour, I felt like I was like, boop, 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 boop. And I was blocking them jaws like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Or eating them. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? I'm going to eat them. You hitting me, but I'm going to eat them. I'm good. Woo. Shake it off, bitch. Shake it off. So I'm like, all right. You know what? You might have fucked with me, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. All right. I'm good. Let's recenter. Let's stay calm. Let's stay positive. And then something else happen. Boop. Jesus, damn. I wasn't expecting that one, but all right. Now I'm sitting here with my hand on my eye, but I'm still up. I'm still standing. But my shit leaking. But it's just like, all right, I'm still standing. And then she's like, okay, but I'm still good. I'm still small. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I lost a tooth. Shit. I'm still here. Okay, I'm rocking out them. I ain't got no teeth in the front, but like it's just gonna keep coming, and you gotta stand fucking firm. Stand firm. Fight back. Distance yourself. Whatever you gotta do, I'm telling you, you have got to do it because what's the option? What's the alternative? What is the alternative? And that's what gets us to where we need to be. That's what helps us to stay on the right track. Because again, if you're all doing it based on you and your feelings and your intentions, then you will stand strong. You will be equipped with everything you need, to succeed, basically. If this is what you really want to do and you're doing this for you, then you got everything you need. You already have everything that you need to move forward. You don't need no special sauce, lettuce, cheese. You got the special sauce, lettuce, cheese. If you within yourself have made a conscious decision to change something and you're committed to that shit, it's going to show. It's going to show in your actions. It's going to show in your words. It's going to show in your movements and your talks and everything. When you committed to your nigga or your bitch, when you're in a relationship and you made a firm decision like, all right, I ain't hoeing no more. We really together. We together. Like, that's my nigga. We really together. You change your whole movements, everything about you. Oh, well, I'm not a single bitch, so, I'm going to act accordingly. You still be yourself, but, you act a little different when you bag, when you, like, wifed up. Like, when you wifed up, yeah, you act a little different. Ladies, I can talk to the fellas, too, but ladies, yeah, you act a little different. Act a little untouchable. No, I'm not really available, but hi. Thank you. You're so pretty. Thank you. But go the fuck ahead. Scurry. You don't just be out here just giving a pussy to anybody. You act like you really want to do this. When you really love your nigga, you cooking and cleaning and buying gifts and bringing flowers and all that shit. Put that same energy. When you committed to a change, that whole energy gonna be there. You gonna do this shit because you want to. You buy a bitch flowers because you really want to. In your mind, in your heart, you was thinking about her and you wanted to. It's just like, oh no, I'm doing this shit because I want to. So nobody can break me. Nobody can break me because I'm doing this because I want to. I'm only few that I need. And you have to understand that, again, everybody else go back to the snow globe. Your fucking world is going to be shaken the fuck up. And it's not a bad thing. You just have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You have got to equip yourself, and you got to protect yourself at all costs, whatever it costs you. Again, if you got to start looking for a new job, you got to start cutting people off here and there. You got to get off Instagram. You got to stop talking to your one girlfriend because she gets on your motherfucking nerves. You got to move out of your neighborhood because it's always something going on. You got to stop eating this, and that because you keep getting sick and getting headaches and shit like that. Like, whatever you have to do. If you need to start working out, you need to start praying more. You need to start spending more time with your children. Whatever it is you need to do, you just got to do it. Just do it. It's nothing to it, really, but to do it. Because, again, when you have that commitment within, then all your movements are so fluid. They'll be fluid. It's not like extra work because you're really leading the life that you want. So it's going to be so effortless. It will be so effortless and flawless and fluid. A well-oiled machine. Because again, all your intentions and everything back behind it, it's all fueled by positivity. It's all fueled by great intentions. It's all fueled by, it's natural. It's all natural. It's all coming from you. Nobody's forcing you to do this. You're not going out of your way to do something. No, you're doing this because you want to. And it won't feel like you're doing anything different. It won't feel like, oh my God, I gotta wake up this morning and try to do this. Right, no try. Just fucking do it. And again, if you're doing it because you want to do it, then it's not going to be hard at all. It really won't. So like I said, whatever you got to do to kind of protect yourself, you have to. And you have to start to identify. And once you're aware, you'll start to identify. You'll see stuff, little small things. And like I said, we might have ignored the signs for so long. People that you knew wasn't right for you, whether it's a friend, family member, a foe, a fling, whatever. If they gotta go, they gotta go. Or deal with them accordingly and keep them, to the side or whatever the case. But you just gotta kind of do whatever it is you gotta do and put yourself first. If it's something that you're doing for you, then it gotta be for you. Don't let nobody, just like nobody can help you, don't let nobody hurt you. Don't let nobody penetrate. If you want to live a more positive life and you want to feel better and you want to be better on a daily basis, then anything that's tampering with that, anything that's throwing salt in that, anything that's kind of dimming your light, anything that's shitting in your cornflakes, gotta fucking go. I don't care if you gotta block a bitch for one day. Do what you gotta do. Today, bitch, you ain't giving me no life. You're fucking with my day today. Now, when you get back on some better shit, then I'll talk to you tomorrow. But today, I can't deal with you. If you got to put your shit on Do Not Disturb, I've put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I will Do Not Disturb certain motherfuckers. I don't feel like talking to you right now. I called you. Okay, leave me a message. I don't feel like talking. And I don't have to explain. And that's the thing. I don't have to explain. I don't have to explain anything. Because at the end of the day, I'm protecting me. There's never going to be a time where I have to explain to you why I'm doing what's best for me. That doesn't make any sense. So anytime you feel like somebody is making you feel bad for putting yourself first or doing what you have to do for you, that's something that you need to evaluate in itself. Like, now why would you not want me to do what's best for me? Especially if I'm not hurting you. I'm not hurting you. I'm not doing anything wrong to you. My intentions are not ill. Even if I don't talk to you. It's not because I hate you. It's just because you're not what's best for me. So, unfortunately, I gotta go. Like, it's straight like that. Because, again, you're not, like when you think of it in the way that it really is, because we get wrapped up in, oh, that's fucked up, and we're cutting off all our friends. No. When you think of it plain and simple, it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do for you. Only you can protect you. Only you can care for you. Only you are going to put you first. I don't care if you fucking married, if you got kids, whatever the case. And I'm saying this as a parent. I got to put myself first. If I'm fucked up, then I can't do shit for them kids either. Fuck, I'm going to be for y'all. If I'm in shambles, I ain't got shit for you, shorty. I ain't got shit for myself. Well, I'm going to give you something out of -0. I don't got shit for you. Yes, and I definitely believe that as you evolve, the people who needed to be in your life will appear, and those who don't will dissolve. I completely understand. And again, guys, keep the snow globe analogy. It's just like your whole world gets shaken up. Everything looks so cloudy and foggy. And some people's time frame, it might last 3 days, 6 months, 9 months, 3 years. But on the other side of it, when all the smoke clears and all the fuzzies come down, it's just back to a pretty picture, and it's just like, you know what? You know what? And you're going to get to a place where, you know what? It was all worth it. It was all worth it. Damn, did I really love little Tanya? That really was my friend. That really was my homie. I've been friends with her since I was 11 years old. Me and Tanya was cool as shit. But 11-year-old Jocelyn and 33-year-old Jocelyn, we're not the same. We don't want the same things. We don't have the same dreams, goals, and aspirations. And it's understandable that Tanya may not be in 33-year-old Jocelyn's life. Period. It's no shade against Tanya. It's just not meant to be. Period. It's just not. You know what I mean? You might always thought that, you know, you would be doing this, and that. Even some of our careers and our, you know, our paths as far as career-wise and the things that we decide to do, your purpose is not even always what you think. It's just like, oh, you know, went to school to be a nurse or a doctor or something, and you end up being a missionary teacher teaching kids in Guatemala how to speak English. Who knew? But if that's where the universe directs you, and if that's where your life shifts into, and that's where your passion is, who's to say that you shouldn't be a fucking Guatemalan English teacher because you went to school to be a doctor? Okay, that was cute. Moving forward. It's just, you just have to kind of, it really, honestly, I'm trying to use the wordplay, but once you start to, again, embrace and acknowledge, it's a whole different lane. Because once you know, then you know, and then you just taking it all in, and you're allowing yourself to go on the path in which you belong. And it's effortless. It's not a whole bunch of trying. It's not a whole bunch of pressure and stress. And it's not going to be easy, no. But it should not be stressful. It should not be a strenuous activity. Everything around you is going to be strenuous. Everything around you is going to be chaotic. All the things around you is what's going to be all twisted. But when you at a place of shifting and you trying to protect yourself and you ready, you're committed. Don't forget that word. When you're committed to the change, shit's going to be cake. Because everything that comes to you, you know that it's all, again, like somebody else said, yes, what you put out in the universe is coming back to you. You already know that you're manifesting where you want to be. This is a change that you feel within yourself that you want to have, that you want to be on, a path that you want to be on, changes that you want to make. So it's not going to be work for you. Every day you wake up and you're going to be, like I said last week, and I'm going to try to find it in my notes real quick. But every day when you wake up, you need to be, like I said last week, and I can't find it in my notes. It's probably in my phone notes. But I don't want to misquote myself, but basically, when you wake up every day, you should be doing basically what you want to do. Seriously. Because all you have is today. You only have today. So to say, oh, I'm waiting for the new year to change, or I'm waiting for the first, or I'm waiting for next week, or I'm waiting for next month, or when I turn 35, or when I turn 45. Listen. And we all know tomorrow's not promised. We all know that. But you have got to look at your life today. So what you're saying, how do you know when it's time for change? Look into yourself. Talk to yourself. Reflect to yourself. Look at your surroundings. And ask yourself. Because some people are where they want to be. Some people really are where they want to be. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all that. But some of us are not. And again, it's all a journey. So even if you're where you want to be right now, there's definitely further to go, or more to do, or work to be done. Nobody's perfect. And we all got stuff with us, and we all have dreams and aspirations. And once you reach those goals, then there should be more goals on top of them. That's supposed to be an ever-ending thing. Until the day you're put in the fucking ground, you should be always trying to be better. Yes, you do fight the change. Most people fight the change. Most people are resistant to the change. Because again, like I said in the beginning of the show, I got 33 years on this earth. So to change now is kind of, I have to unlearn or undo or turn and start a new life from everything that I know. And yes, even something as small as not eating meat, that makes a big difference for somebody that's grew up on chicken wings and hot dogs and pork chops and lamb and ribs and roast beef and that. Yes, every fucking day. That's what my palate is used to. So yeah, it may not be a major thing, and it's not going to make my whole entire life different. However, overall, yes, that's a part of me, a part of 33 years of my growing and becoming of myself that now I have to do differently. So of course, anything else, I had to look into myself and be more aware of my attitude and, you know, and my selflessness and all those things I had to get in touch with. Yes, I like that. Off of excuses onto execution. I love that. Pin that. I love that. But it really just comes down to talking to yourself, asking yourself on a day-to-day basis when you wake up. When you wake up, and it's not just about your job, it's not just about your partner, it's just not just about your house, it's not just about your car, it's not just about your weight, it's about all that shit. All of that together. Ask yourself every day when you wake up, am I living the life that I want? Am I living the life that I want? And when you go to bed at night, did I do everything today that I wanted to do? Whether you got to set goals at night every single day, you know, every night, write down. Some people do it, and it's something that I want to get better with. That's something that I'm still struggling with. But, you know, it can be whatever works for you. But you should be waking up in the morning intentionally to really make the best of that day, because that's all you got. And I said last week, and I say often, like, I'm not a fan of the term living my best life. There is no best life. There's not a closet full of lives that you can go to and pick out the best one. You got one fucking life, and you just got today. So you got to make the best of that shit. You got one life. Make the best of it. And a part of that life is every single day. You can't plan your life out in 5, 10, 25 years. I'm not saying don't have goals, don't have dreams and aspirations, and don't have things you look forward to. But on a day-to-day, if you know you got a 5-year goal, then on a day-to-day, you need to be breaking that 5-year goal into a 1-year goal, into a 5-month goal, to a 1-month goal, to a 3-week goal, to a 2-day goal, to a fucking every 3 hours. Because that's the only way you're going to get this shit done. And every single day, you got to live intentionally based on what you're trying to do and where you're trying to get to. Period. So you just got to every day just wake up with the intention to really make the best of that day and do everything that you want to do. So when you lay down at night, you feel like you've done everything that you wanted to do that day. Like I said last week, if it's somebody that you've been thinking about and that's been on your heart and on your spirit that you wanted to call or text, call or text them. If it's somebody you know damn well you need to apologize to, you need to apologize to them. If it's somebody that you want to tell that you love them, that you miss them or anything, do it. Because you only got today. And you don't know if that person gonna wake up tomorrow or if your ass gonna wake up tomorrow. If you walking past the shirt and you want to get it, I'm not saying empty out your fucking life savings and go buy a Bentley. But if it's something that you need, something that you want, something that's gonna make you happy, why not? Why not? Why not? Because who wants to go to sleep with regrets? It's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. When you can really wake up and intentionally live, make the best of your life. Live your best life every day. And your best life when you get out of the stigma of, it don't mean always being on vacation and waking up every day on the beach. That's not even a realistic life. But if you don't like your job, you need to start looking for another one. That means every day you need to be filling out 10 applications. If you're not happy with your partner, then you need to kind of start to clear those ties. Because you're being unnecessary. You're wasting time. And time is the one thing that none of us have to offer. You don't have time to waste. So get on it and really just live your best day the best you can. You wondering if it's time for a change? Then you need to sit tonight and talk to yourself. And see what it is in your life that you want to change, that you want to do different. It's not always a total upside and every single thing in your life needs to be dumped out, trashed, and start from scratch. But we all have something within us that we want to change. Something that within us that we want to do differently. That we want to stop doing or start doing or trying. You want to take a class. You want to learn how to cook. You want to be more personable. You want to dress different. You want to change your hair. Just do it. Just do it and protect yourself and protect your peace and just stay positive. And anything that is not conducive to living the best that you can and being the best that you can be, you already know what to do. You already know what to do. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. This will be up all night. I will post it on YouTube for any of you guys that may have missed the beginning. I appreciate you guys so much. Do not forget to save the date, January 22nd, episode 100. Next week, we have Talk to Me Tuesday again live. We have Sip and Speak Your Mind every other Wednesday. Next one is the 16th. And I just appreciate you guys so much. I really do. And I just want you guys to continue to protect yourself, protect your peace, and protect it at all costs. Anything that gotta go. And just wake up and live intentionally on a day to day. I love you guys so much. Good night.